It's time to go to another level, man. Ain't no way that we should be sitting around here watching our itty bitty suffer, and as men, as protectors and providers, not step in the way. As men, as protectors and providers, it's time for us to take charge of our communities. Our ladies holding it down, but as men, it's time for us to step up and take over our community. Because see, it was a big design against the men. It was a big design against the man. It was a design to get us out of our children's life. Let's talk about it. It was designed for them to take us out of our kids' life. It benefits ladies more not to have us in their life. But not no more. Not no more, because what benefits the child is for us to be in their life. See, they set this up a long time ago when they were passing all that civil rights and all that other legislation. They threw in a lot of things that, because when Martin Luther King them stood up on that bridge with them suits on looking like men, they said the only way that these folks don't run amok on us is we get these men out of these families. So we're going to start providing ladies with everything they need. Everything they need, we can provide it. You want housing, we'll give it to them. You want money, we'll give it to them. You want to throw every man you want to on child support, we'll give it to you. Whatever it takes to get these men out of this house, whatever it takes to get the man to stop leading these families, let's get that done. Let's talk about it. A lot of people don't want to talk about it. But see, for the awesome men that stepped up, and did not let a system define what they're going to be for their itty bitties. Shout out to you on the day. Happy Father's Day to you. And for some of y'all who still trying to get it together, time is running out. Let's get it. We got to move. We got to move. They coming after our kids. They coming after our families. So on this Father's Day, we got to make a commitment to stand for our itty bitties. See, when the South Got Something to Say podcast come in and we start talking, we told you we're not just doing this behind no internet. This is all fun and game. I like doing it. I like being on the internet, but this ain't what we doing this for. See, we gonna get out in these communities. Just like our civil rights leaders had to do, they had to get out in these communities. If we want to save our itty bitties, only the hood can save the hood. I hope y'all write that down. Only the hood. It takes the hood to save the hood. A lot of times we sit around waiting on somebody to come in and save us. But it takes the hood to save the hood. Let's get it. I cannot express enough how important for us men to step up. These boys need to see an example of men. See, we got to put our childish ways aside. Let's talk about it. We got to put our childish ways aside. And step up and be men. We will not get nothing done if we keep standing on the sideline waiting on somebody to do something for us. And as I seen all the love going down my timeline today for us men, we got shown, look, we like to downplay it like, oh, it ain't like Mother's Day. The day was a beautiful day. I seen a lot of love shown to men throughout the day. And now all we got to do is capitalize on the love that we being shown and step up and be men. It's time to take our neighborhood back. Shout out to you. Happy birthday, T Black. Happy birthday to all the men out there in the chat. Happy birthday. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to every man out there in the chat. See, over here on the South Got Something to Say podcast, it's love or be love, and we love all. So for y'all men that still trying to get together and wonder, hey, what can I do? You can step up and be a man. Our itty bitty need to see men. Our itty bitties respond better to men. See, women are design nurturers. But women, a lot of the women that took on roles as men. And you don't literally have to have your child. You don't literally, it's time to step up and be men for all kids. But if you got an opportunity to be a man for your kid, that's your priority. Let's talk about it. If you got an opportunity to be a man for your child and you're not, you need to figure out what it takes. And some of y'all women, get out of these men way and let me say that again. Get out of these men way. Put down your relationship issues with the man and let these men be men to their babies, to their itty bitties. A lot of people don't want to talk about it, but it's Father's Day. Stop letting a system that was purposely designed to get us out y'all way and get us out their way. Stop letting the system that designed to get us out the way control how you feel about your father, your baby father. If we all step up and realize that we are being played, we are being run amok and told and dictated on how our community should be run. Every dollar ain't a good dollar. Let me say that again. Every dollar ain't a good dollar. It's time for men to get back in our community. It's time for men to get back in our homes. It's time for men to get back in our itty bitties lives. It is beyond time. It is past time. And if y'all can't see what they're doing, you need to start looking deeper into it. It's a reason why in these Section 8 homes they don't want men in there. It's a reason that if you receive it welfare, that you don't want your man there. It's a reason that it's 10 times harder for men to get the same resources as women. It's a reason. And until we realize that reason is to keep our community down, when we realize that reason is to make sure that our community ain't moving. Let's talk about it. See, these men got to step back in these kids' life. The men got to take the lead. The men got to get back in the churches. The men got to get back in the community. The men got to walk the hallways of these schools. The men got to let them know that you're not going to run them up on our kids. And we got to stand up and be men. It's that simple, y'all. It ain't really complicated. It's really not that complicated. We got to stand up and be men. And the more we be men and the more we show a presence, watch the reaction from our kids. Watch the reaction from the itty bitties. Watch how much they want to impress men. Watch how little boys want to impress men. Watch how little girls want to be impressive to men. How many children want to be led by men and nurtured by women? It's time for our men to get in there and start holding everything accountable. We can't hold nobody accountable because we can't hold ourselves accountable. We do anything and everything we want to do instead of raising our kids, raising our itty bitties. And the more you try, the more resistance you're going to get. You want to know why our prisons are full of black males? Because men are not present. And it was all by design. It's a reason why boatloads of cocaine and other drugs came into this country and dropped off in black neighborhoods. Because Martin Luther King was doing their thing. Malcolm X was doing their thing. Medgar Evers was doing their thing. And they said, no, wait a minute. These men too strong, they stick together. They work together. They got good teamwork. They build together. And they inside the community. What will it take? What would it take to get these men out of these communities? Give more to the women for them to be gone. Let's design a child support system where it's more beneficial for the man to be at the house than the man to be in the house. Let's design a child support system where it's more beneficial for the men to be at the house than in it. Let's form a Section 8 system where it's more beneficial to the woman living arrangement for the man to be at the house than in it. Let's design a welfare system that is more beneficial for the men to be at the house than in it. Well, we got to tell them to take their sisters and shove it. And it's time for us to take control of our community. It's time for us to take control of our itty bitties. It's time for us to take control of our schools. It's time for us to take control of our neighborhood. Let's talk about it. Each one teach one. Each one teach one. A lot of people scared. A lot of people scared to talk about it. A lot of people don't understand what it would do if these men get back in control. If these men take back control of their itty bitties in their communities, we are scared what might happen. Because men, protectors and providers ain't finna let anything. It ain't finna stand for anything happening to our women and kids. Real men will not stand as protectors and providers. We will not stand for anything happening to our itty bitties. We need a community of men. Some of these young people need to be held accountable by men. And as fast as we do that, watch our community grow. Let's talk about it. Shout out to all the men in the chat. Shout out to the man in the chat. Happy Father's Day to you. Shout out all the men that's in their itty bitties lives. And whether you're married to the mother, you live with the mother, whatever. However you in your children's life, you got to be in your children's life. You got to be in your children's life. It's mandatory. Y'all, this is a requirement. We keep thinking that it's optional. It's not an option. It's a requirement that men be men. A lot of us are getting away with not being men. A lot of us are sliding through not being men. But we flexing like we're men, but we're not doing man stuff. If you're not protecting and providing, you're not a man. Let's talk about it. If you got itty bitties in this world and you're not protecting and providing, that's the mandatory piece of it. You got to be a protector and a provider. So shout out to the ones out there. This is what this day designed for. That's why we had such a good time. That's why I probably ate so much today. My belly a little tight. Because I'm proud to be celebrated for something I'm supposed to do. I am proud to be celebrated for something I'm supposed to do. When one of these human beings get 23 of our chromosomes, you are designed to be a protector and a provider. That's your job. That's your job. That's your requirement. That's your mandate to be a protector and a provider. But you can't protect and provide if you're not there. And I ain't talking about living there, but you gotta be active and engaged in your kid's life. You gotta be active and engaged in your kid's life. A lot of people don't like to talk about it. But I feel it's mandatory that we talk about it. And I thank y'all so much for the ones who are already out there standing on the ground, protecting and providing. You got people that'll go over to Afghanistan and Iraq and Russia and Turkey and protect and provide for a country, but won't protect and provide for their own itty bitties. Let's talk about it. You got men that'll sit on these folk jobs and protect and provide for these people who give them a little bit of paycheck, but won't protect and provide for their own children, their own itty bitties. But see that it's so it circulates so much through media on how sorry men is. But if you really tell the truth, men are way stronger than what we are portrayed as. We are way tougher and way deeper and way more involved than what we're portrayed as on these TV shows, because they need you to see a certain picture. They need you to see a certain picture. They need you to see that this is how it is when it's really not like that. And y'all gotta ask yourself why. Y'all gotta ask yourself why. What is the reason that this is what you wanted to see? That's why you will never get another show like The Cosby Show. And that's why they had to demonize Bill Cosby. You will never get another family show with a two-person home and children being raised and mom and dad successful. That is a fairy tale. But in reality, it is reality. It's a lot of that going on. Now, do we got men that need to step it up? Ain't no doubt about it. But they will not show you that like they used to. Because when this system came down, they said, oh no, we got to get these men out of the way. If we want these black boys to go to prison, we want these black boys to not be able to get a good job, not graduate high school, we got to get these men that holding these kids accountable out of these homes. By any means necessary. We'll sit up here wearing t-shirts saying Black Lives Matter, but won't protect and provide for our own children. Like our own kids, Black Lives don't matter. Don't go there, Melbo. You're going too far. You're going too far, Melbo, but the truth is the light. We'll put on a Black Lives Matter shirt and won't even be taking care of the Black lives we're responsible for. Let's talk about it. The hard truth, sometimes the hard truth. And on the South Got Something to Say podcast, this is what we doing. We tell the hard truth. And hopefully and willfully that people will listen and take some of these jewels and put them in their life. Hopefully, if it don't remember, one more man step up. There's one more than we had. But if a community of men step up, whoo, oh, what a time. Oh, what a time. If all of these men step up, oh, what a time. So when I tell you that the South Got Something to Say podcast is so excited about this Father's Day, because what I saw today on my timeline was inspiration to my heart. How many men will celebrate? How many men will show love today? How many men were celebrated today? This day is just not a let's get through it day. Men are actually being celebrated today. And I am too excited and too pleased to see that we actually celebrate our men. I am starting to be pleased to see how many more men stepping up. And on July the 27th, when we get together as men, we want to have a strong presence in our schools throughout the South. Throughout the South Side, we want to have a strong presence in our school. Our itty bitties got to know they got somebody to turn to if they facing trouble. Our itty bitties got to know that when 2025, 2024, 25 school year come up, that they got somebody they can turn to. They got to know they got good men, dependable men that going to be there when they need. And if they need to learn how to cut grass, learn how to weed eat, learn how to drive, learn how to talk to a young lady, they got men in the community that they can come to. And hopefully they got men in their home they can go to. It's time for the men to step up and be men, protectors and providers.